This is your weekly celestial forecast for the week beginning February 13th, 2023. So on Monday, we have the moon in late Scorpio. And what is Scorpio? It's about passion, it's about intensity, it's the eighth house of transformation, beginnings and endings. So there's a lot of this theme going on Monday. And of course, the moon in Scorpio is all about secrets and mysteries. And so for Monday, we are going to have much in the way of such. We have to figure out some mysteries, or there may be some digging and research that we need to complete or look into. However, the moon in Scorpio is squaring off both the sun and Saturn in Aquarius. And Aquarius is the 11th house. It's an air sign. It's about the unusual and the unexpected. So, on Monday, you can bet that there is going to be the unexpected and uncertain attitudes about what? About the mysteries that are going on. And we may act unpredictably as well because Aquarius is that. It is unpredictable, it is unique, unusual. However, there also could be conflicts with groups or friends or anything that deals with technology. Perhaps this is what's connected with the Scorpio moon and mysteries. And Pluto is at 29 degrees and making a very wide out of sign conjunction with Mercury. And Mercury is what? It's about communications. And as the Sun and Saturn in Aquarius, Mercury is also in Aquarius. However, not in any way conjoining the Sun and Saturn. But nonetheless, Aquarius is about our friendliness, it's about groups, it's about technology. And very soon, however, the moon is applying a sextile to Mercury. So for today on Monday, there's going to be some mystery, but the good news is by Tuesday, once the moon heads long into Sagittarius, then that will sextile Mercury, and we will have more answers on Tuesday, the 14th. And with Pluto making an out of sign conjunction to Mercury, well, Pluto is the depositor, the ruler of Scorpio moon, and as is Mars. And with Pluto there, with Mercury, boy, the digging and the research is gonna be very intense and fierce indeed. But with Pluto, Pluto likes answers because it is connected with Scorpio. So you can guarantee on Monday there's information that may or may not sit with us that will be exposed or will be coming out by late Monday, maybe early on Tuesday. But nonetheless, the moon in Scorpio makes a sextile to Pluto. So this is very good. It kind of leads us to believe that our efforts of research and investigation are on the right track. And with Mars and Gemini, oh yes, communications of all forms will be looked into, especially dealing with the written word, the spoken word, the internet, technology, you name it. Everything is going to be fast and furious on Monday with all forms of communication. With Mars, the planet of action, you can guarantee that. And of course, Jupiter is still in Aries, and it is making a bit of a wide sextile to Mars. So this is making us feel very positive, very upbeat, and with Mars, very energetic and feeling like everything is going to work out. And likely with Jupiter, it may involve something to do with law, prosperity, abundance, you name it, even education. So, very good news in these areas pretty much on Monday and Tuesday. Then we've got Venus now conjoining Neptune. Oh, that's real sweet because that makes a nice trine, water trine to the moon in Scorpio Monday. So that kind of helps us to heal whatever we've been going through as of late, and especially with this unexpected, a little bit rough square off with Sun and Saturn. So, because of this sweet connection with Neptune and elevated Venus in Pisces, it gives us a sense of healing, gives us a sense of inspiration and imagination. Monday is a great time to be creative, whether it's music, whether it's art. And also, there's going to be a natural inclination towards that which is spiritual, medical, medicine. And on Monday, there could be some very good news regarding these matters. So that's very healing with that moon trine Neptune and Venus. Also very psychical. Now let's look to the next day, which will be on the 14th. Yes, indeed. And on Valentine's Day. And it's real good with that Venus, the planet of love, elevated in Pisces and with dreamy Neptune. So that kind of gives us this sense on Tuesday of romanticism and a very kind of a dreamy attitude towards our loved ones, especially regarding love. So be cautious that you are seeing this person accurately because Venus conjoining Neptune has a tendency to kind of see our loved ones or our love interest through rose colored glasses. Yes, that is very, very true. So, with the moon, however, within a day and a half applying a square off to Venus and Neptune, well, by Thursday, we will be brought very much down to earth because the moon on Tuesday is very early on into Sagittarius. But Sagittarius, what's Sagittarius? It's the ninth house. It's about education. It's about the law, justice. And with the moon in Sagittarius, it gives us the ability to really speak our mind and to be straightforward. And especially so with this wonderful fire trine with lucky Jupiter. So, with the ruler of Sagittarius moon, we are feeling particularly lucky. And yes, even on Tuesday, we could get some prosperity news that's very enlightening, something to do with money, luck, you name it. Very good connection between the moon and Jupiter. And of course, Sun and Saturn still in Aquarius. So, although the moon is applying a sextile within a day and a half to Aquarius, with the Sun and Saturn as pretty much all this week, it's a great week to focus on our goals, our ideas and ideals, which is Aquarius, and getting some work done. But it's not just about getting work done. We've got goals in mind. We are focused on the future, and this is very productive. And by Wednesday, maybe early Thursday, Wow, we are really going to apply great action to make some of those dreams a reality. And Pluto is still at 29 degrees of Capricorn, although falling out of the conjunction with Mercury. So most of the news that will come in will likely be by Monday, maybe early Tuesday morning. And Mars still in Gemini, much in the way of communications, however, opposing this moon in Sagittarius. So this is kind of like a double-edged sword Tuesday. On one hand, we may receive help and advice from others, especially since Sagittarius likes to speak their mind and Gemini likes to communicate. So on Tuesday, there's even more communications. But because of this opposition between Mars, the planet of action, and the moon in Sagittarius, just be sure that you don't get into any uh, petty disagreements, arguments, and the whatnot. Just make sure that you cooperate if there's any differences of opinion, because yes, even on Tuesday, the action will be very busy. Busy day on Tuesday. So let's look ahead to the next day, which is Wednesday, February 15th. And the moon is still in Sagittarius, now in sextile with the sun and Saturn. That's very positive. That gives us that continued vibe of positivity and that everything is going to work out. A good day between the ninth house and the 11th house, which is about groups and tech and education, higher mind, spiritual issues. However, there could be some actually kind of positive banter uh, or debates now, Sagittarius, regarding these issues. But it looks to me like it might be kind of friendly because Sagittarius and Aquarius are rather friendly with each other. Could be even on Wednesday, the media is in the media news. And again, as aforementioned, issues of technology, education, higher mind, philosophy, and so on, even travel related or foreign related issues will be a big topic on Wednesday. Lots to do with travel as well, whether it's local, long distances, anything, you name it. But there could be good news regarding foreign issues as of before mentioned, of travel, education, anything ninth house, 11th house, groups, tech on Wednesday. So that's a very positive note for the middle of the week on Wednesday. So let's look forward another day, and we are coming into Thursday, February 16th. And now the tone is much more serious. We have the moon in Capricorn, and within 2 days it will apply a conjunction to powerful Pluto. And what is the moon in Capricorn? The moon in Capricorn is about the 10th house. So its depositor is Saturn with the sun. So Thursday, there's going to be a lot of work that gets done there. And because the moon in Capricorn deals with authorities, the powers that be, there's going to be some information that could come out on Thursday, but especially Friday and early Saturday, that deals with authorities, government, structures, you name it, or people that are in authority. And so this, starting off on Thursday, Friday, early Saturday, is going to be the discussion. Nonetheless, yes, we are going to be getting much in the way of work done. But because the depositor is Saturn and is with the sun, we're feeling confident, we're feeling positive, But this can also create some undue strain and stress over the next couple days with the moon in Capricorn. And what's really nice about all this, it makes a sweet trine to the North Node. So we're definitely feeling very positive, and at the same time, we're talking Earth here. So we're feeling goal oriented, ambitious, but we're also focused a lot on what? What is Earth? It's about, well, our Earth, yes, but it's also about money, not just our future, our funds, investments. So with the North Node there, we are very aware and very sensitive to what we value, our value system, our belongings, material goods, and so on. And especially because, yes, by late Thursday and especially Friday, there's a sweet trine with the moon in Capricorn and Uranus in Taurus. That's very good. But because, again, the depositor is the unexpected Saturn and Aquarius with the sun, there could be a connection with uh, that deals with weather related changes, earthquakes, you name it, earth changes and the like around Thursday and Friday, especially because of the connection with Uranus and the moon. But there's some unexpected up Uranus again. Good news with regards to what we value, money, banking, and so on and so forth on and around Wednesday, well, late Wednesday, but especially Thursday, Friday, and early Saturday. That's all too good. However, there is a square off on Thursday with Jupiter in very generous Aries. And what is Aries? Aries is about leadership. It's the first house. And the moon squaring off Jupiter and Aries, well, there could be some concerns or discussions that are rather important with those in authority. So we will be somewhat critical with those that are in authority, those that are in supervisory positions, management, maybe connected with the government and so on around Thursday, because we've got the moon squaring off with Jupiter. But also when we have the moon squaring with prosperous, lucky Jupiter, it's also about what? It's about money, material, anything, fortune, luck, you name it. So with that Jupiter squaring off with the moon, we'll have to be careful on Thursday of watching our spending, because we've got this square off again with Jupiter. So if you can kind of keep an eye on your pocketbook on Thursday and think about saving, then Jupiter in prosperous leadership Aries will reward you in the long run. So there is some good financial news coming up on Thursday, and that could also deal with real estate, the stock market, all forms of investments, banking, and so on. But the trick here is with this square off is to save the money and not to spend. Yes, indeed. So let's flip ahead to the next day, which is now officially the weekend for Friday, February 17th, and the moon is now applying a conjunction with Pluto. So yes, a lot more talk on Friday about the powers that be. Information is coming out fast and furious, but we are not just so much interested in anything connected with government, but as the day before on Thursday, there's a lot of information now coming about the economy, real estate, money of all sorts, you name it. So this is either going to be good news on Friday, or the news could shake us up a little bit. Do we trust those in authority? Is our or are our investments in a good way now? Is the economy moving forward, or are we taking some steps backwards? But do keep in mind, with the moon in Capricorn slowly applying a conjunction with Pluto, not only is information coming out now, and we're also feeling rather ambitious and working hard. The depositor is Saturn with the Sun. So there could be some information also coming about now with Earth changes, and also connected with technology, AI, groups, social media, space, you name it. Anything that deals with the future, friends, 11th house, and Aquarius. So another busy day on Friday. So let's zip ahead to the next day. And one last mention for Friday, we also now have a sextile between Mercury and Jupiter, and that is also very good for clear thinking, and clear thinking about what our goals, especially now we've got Mars also sextiling in Gemini, sextiling, or no, better yet, I'm sorry, making a trine to Mercury in Aquarius. And right now, that's the depositor of Mars. So, boy, oh boy, Friday, highlight this on your calendar, is going to be another busy day for lots in the way of talk about tech, computers, AI, anything dealing with the future. And in much of a way on Friday, it's positive, but there are some also concerns because of the connection with Saturn and the Sun. But very good day for money, or it may be questionable, but you can certainly guarantee with Mars in Gemini, there's going to be, especially with that trine to Mercury, a lot of communication and a lot of chatter about anything, but especially the powers that be and our finances. Yes, indeed. And then we look ahead another day, and it is Saturday, the 18th. Yes, and now the moon is in very unique, original Aquarius with Mercury. So the chatter is continuing over the weekend and especially on Saturday. But for the most part, it's rather upbeat, but we can't ignore that the moon is with Mercury. So there's a lot of talk naturally of tech, of groups, social media, internet. There may be some concern with such, or on the other hand, we may have some good news. Maybe there's an invention, or maybe this is where most of our thinking is going to be on Saturday. A lot of connections with social media, our computers, discussions about space, AI, you name it. But Aquarius is about the 11th house, about groups, it's about charities, and it's about our humanity. So I am led to believe that Saturday, and very likely on Saturday, there could be a positive issue or discussion about our treatment of humanity, of animals, issues of principles, right, wrong, groups, you name it. And it is going to be much in the way of discussions, both Saturday and Sunday, especially with that Mars in Gemini and Mercury in Aquarius with the moon. Everybody's going to be talking about something that definitely deals with tech and our humanity and groups, and possibly be the connection with the powers that be, especially leftover from Friday. busy weekend indeed. And because of the moon and Mercury squaring off Uranus in uh, Taurus, and of course the North Node in Taurus squaring off the moon and Mercury. Yes, there could be unexpected ups and downs with what? Upheavals, unpredictable behavior. So perhaps this issue with right and wrong principles, internet technology, could be setting off some unexpected conflicts. And if there are disagreements around you, the trick here is to try to sidestep any of those unexpected conflicts now. And yes, this could deal with earthquakes, earth changes that are rather unexpected as well. So what a weekend on Saturday and likely Sunday, but it kicks off on late Thursday or Friday. And there's going to be, as aforementioned, questions with the powers that be and the unexpected, our humanity, tech. But hey, we're going to get an awful lot of work in while there's something else catching our attention with those subjects. And let's look ahead now finally to the last day of the week, which is Sunday, February the 19th. And now the sun is at 0 degrees Pisces. What a changeover a day makes, because now with the sun in Pisces and now Saturn making an out of sign conjunction with the sun, there's something during this weekend. First, it's about right and wrong issues of authorities and so on, maybe tech. But now on Sunday, whatever happens over the weekend is really drawing out our sympathies, especially with 0 pure in the sign of Pisces and making an out of sign conjunction with Saturn, and then later on in the day with the moon in late Aquarius. So we are really drawn to have some kind of kindness, compassion to a certain issue. So we go from really kind of feeling a little conflicting over the weekend, but once the sun is with Pisces, with Saturn and the moon, yes, we are going to feel like we want to heal, because that's what Pisces is about. It's about healing. It's the 12th house. And we may have to investigate, because Pisces is the 12th house. No, it's not Scorpio. No, it's not the 8th house. But in a way, Pisces does some behind the scenes looking into information or secrets very soon, especially likely next week with the moon going into Pisces, will also come out now, especially while Pluto is at 29 critical of the sign of Capricorn. So information is equally being kept hidden, and it will also come out over the next few days with this Pisces emphasis, and especially with Venus the last day in Pisces on Sunday, and with Neptune in Pisces. So we're going to go next week from this highly unexpected, unusual, unique Aquarius vibe. And then next week, once the sun enters Pisces, and of course, Venus is going to be in the more outgoing sign of Aries, Neptune in Pisces, then Saturn will later on into then late February, March, go into the sign of Pisces as well. Next week, the moon will also go into Pisces. It's going to go from Aquarius to Pisces. So the vibe next week is going to be very different. But nonetheless, whatever transpires in our life personally is going to require some kind of healing. And we may feel like we may have a little bit of a bumpy ride over the next few days between Friday to Sunday. There may be unexpected information coming in, or people are just acting a little bit unusual or unpredictable. And so we're going to need that healing balm of the Pisces connection next week, starting on February 20th. But that is very positive indeed, because it is dealing with our sympathies and our emotions. So, with that said, and we also, let's see here, we've got Jupiter still in the sign of Aries, and that is still making a sweet sextile to Mercury. So, through all the uncertainty, we are thinking rather positive and rather forward looking, very clear and concise with our communications, which is a positive indeed. So, until the next celestial forecast, many, many blessings.